Alright, what's up world? I have 10 minutes to show you how I do things down in the lab. Here we work with logic and reason. We rewire them because they both have strengths that, if meshed together, create amazingness. So, on top of that, we have our Tascam. Say what's up, Tascam. What it do? I'm a beast, y'all. I'll get to use the Tascam when I grow up. Now, there are a few different ways we can start our song. By the way, we are working on a top 40 breakup song today. It's the only requirements. So I'll approach it in my own way. When I think top 40, I think dance, especially today. So we do want an upbeat dance track. Something, though, that people can, if it's a breakup song, people can relate to and sing along with. I'll explain how that works in a second. But, like I said, 120 is usually the standard for top 40, especially these days. See how quick that is? So, what I'd like to do is slow it down a little bit, just to give it a bit of character, take it away from being so rigid, and this tempo will allow. This is 113. The other one was 120. This tempo will allow for more movement and more freedom in our track, which is kind of the concept we're going for. Since it's a breakup song, we want to talk about freedom, right? So now, drums. We'll start with those. I really don't have a standard. Usually I start with my kick and my snare, but really it just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So we have two kicks here that we're going to lay together. One thing that I like to do with my kick is mess with the length. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but this is like a really long kick, and then this is a really, really short kick. Okay? Pop songs have short, punchy kicks, and to add to that punch, I've doubled them. Alright? So, we have that kick, we'll keep that short, and that kick, which is more authentic. So let's go ahead and try this. Easy enough, right?
Oh.
Phonage.
Beautiful ringtone. Right, what?
No, this ain't nobody but. If you're Taylor Johnson, please ask. If you are not Taylor Johnson, shut up, yo. A few more months of that. Anyways, we have foundation. And what I do is listen to it and you know, hear all the different directions we can bring it. It's kind of simple, kind of boring right now. Wouldn't you say? So let's go ahead and lay a snare in, and I like that snare. And give it some character. Here we go. Okay, so right now we have our basic 4 on the floor track. Alright? And what we're going to do is take this skeleton and twist it up a little bit, tweak it a little bit, and make it bang. So usually what I like to do first is give the snare its own position by just moving it back about 1/128th, maybe 1/164th. Just so it snaps a little bit better. One thing I like about instrumentals is, or good instrumentals, is that each sound has its own place and its own character, in the track, its own influence on the track. So that snare is moved back a little bit just so it bangs. Alright? Gonna add our hat. Okay? I like that. I like how it stops. Okay, what we have is already surprisingly a banging drum track. Okay, really, because all the elements are there, but we want it to bang even more. So usually what I've been getting into, you guys, is adding some reverb onto my drum track, decreasing the size so it sounds like it's in an actual club, like a set is in a club. Okay, that is going to give my instrumental so much space. It's a really big character. So now let's move on to the melody. Now let me explain something about melody. There are so many different ways we could go, especially with the form on the floor beat. One thing that I've been aiming to do with my dance and pop music lately is to bring it to more of a musicianship level, but keeping it electronic and keeping it current. So one way to do that is to create a chord progression with little movement but maximum beauty. So, usually what I do, it's the wrong sound, is start with sevenths. I love sevenths, if you haven't noticed. Go listen, www.wix.com/property/prop. Some of my other music, but I like that. Okay, so we want... That is where I'd like to introduce a little bit of musicianship into this track, because it gives it a very mature sounding, just sexy, I'm grown and I can handle this. So what we're going to do is record something to our drums. How much time we got? 2 minutes? Alright, give me 1 second. Here we go. Time, I'm just